And just like that, we're at it again with another Reflex Bag workout. For those of you who might be new, my name is J Pro. I am an amateur boxer, wellness coach, and the creator of Reflex Bag workouts. Super excited for today, but before we jump into today's workout, I have to say, it's only been a couple weeks, and it is super awesome to see that this channel is growing. Last time that I looked, we hit 50 subscribers and 500 hours of view time. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and try these workouts. It means the world to me. I wanted to give a special shout out to everyone who is subscribed and a couple people who are commenting. Wanted to shout out to DT Goat, Kami T, and Kevin TVS. Thank you so much for reaching out to me, letting me know how you're enjoying the workouts. I want to shout out everyone involved because this is super exciting. We are building the world's first Reflex Bag workout program, and you guys are going to help me with that. So I want to hear from you. Please subscribe, continue to comment. If you want to comment without a shout out, you don't need a shout out. Just let me know, hey, you want to stay low key, no problem whatsoever. I'm super excited for today's workout because today we have a 4-round Reflex Bag workout for defense and counter punching. Obviously, this is why we have a Reflex Bag. Anyone can get a heavy bag and stand in front of the heavy bag and throw bombs, but the Reflex Bag takes an added level of skill, the opportunity to practice defense, to find that rhythm. I know it's not easy, but we're going to ease our way in, starting with a warm-up in 10 seconds. You might have noticed I've got some new gear with me. Got a Reflex Bag with a spinning bar, and I also have a Black Mamba Reflex Bag, so I'm going to be trying these out today. Let's go ahead and jump right into a torso twist for 30 seconds. Pivot on the balls of your feet. Open up that torso and those hips. Basically building an adult playground. Super excited to test these out. 5 seconds here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get into a jump rope for 1 minute. Nice and light on the balls of our feet. So we're going to try to keep today's workout at a beginner level, but to be honest, it's not really beginner once you start getting into defense and counter punching. And if you're new to this entire Reflex Bag world, just pace yourself and take it 1 day at a time. It is super hard hitting a moving target, but every time you go through a workout, I promise you're going to get a little better 1 day at a time. So just stick with it. We're here for 15 seconds. All right, so we're gonna use the second half of the warm-up to run through a couple new movements. There's a lot of different ways to defend in boxing. We're gonna start with 5 key movements. So the first is the slips. So you're gonna get into your boxing stance, eyes on your target. The slip is a really simple motion. You're just taking your head right off the center line in a straight line. So you visualize a punch coming at you, and you're just slipping out of the way. You can slip rear towards your back leg, or slip lead towards your front leg. The key thing is you wanna stay balanced. So practice that really quick. Practice the slip rear and the slip lead. Rear, lead. Okay, the other movement that we're gonna learn are the rolls. So the roll is similar to the slip, but instead of going in a straight line, I'm rolling under that punch. You can roll rear towards your back leg or roll lead towards that front leg. The key is you want to stay balanced. And when you're using the Reflex Bag, you can roll and step if you want to move around, but early on, try to keep it really simple. Last movement is just a pull. Similar to a slip, but with the pull, you're just pulling straight back. Okay, and time. So we're warmed up. We've got our new defensive movements. We're gonna ease our way into them, so don't worry, but you're gonna start to visualize how with these movements and the rhythm of the bag, it is just a ton of fun using this stuff. So super excited, we're gonna have a good time. Grab a sip of water, and then we'll jump into round 1 in 1 minute. All right, it's time to get moving. So we're gonna open up and we're getting ready for round 1 of this 4-round counter punching workout. And by the way, if you don't have a reflex bag, you can still follow along. So maybe you have a heavy bag or double end bag, or maybe you're just getting into boxing and you wanna start by just shadow boxing. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, it's designed with the reflex bag in mind, but we wanna make this accessible to anyone who's interested in boxing and fitness. So spread the word. Round 1, we're gonna open up nice and easy with 30 seconds, just working the 1 for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna add a 2 to it, so we're gonna work a 1-2 for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna go into a 1-minute combination of a 1-2 slip rear. So if you're brand new, take it nice and light and practice that 1-2 slip rear. Then we're gonna go to a 2, then we're gonna add a 2 to that combo at the end. I'll walk you through it. For now, we're just working that 1. And if you're new, you just start super light, but you visualize once we start slipping, 10 seconds here. Once we start slipping, you'll see how it is you can actually slip out of your bag. So now we're gonna go to a 1-2 for 30 seconds. So your reflex bag probably moves more like this one. 1-2, 1-2. You go whatever speed is necessary. So if you need to slow it down, nothing wrong with that. The goal should be a clean 1-2. Now we're gonna go into a minute combination of a 1-2 slip rear towards your back foot. So I hit the 1-2, slip. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. Obviously be careful, because if you bring that too hard, you'll see that that bag can tap you back. When the bag fights back, that's very real. The bag will fight back. My bag over here doesn't have a ton of spring, but I can still practice that 1-2 slip rear. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. Ish, ish. One more. All right, now for 30 seconds, we're just gonna work that 2. Just that 2. Ish. 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 You want to double up on it? You can. Ish. Ish. All right. Now we're going to add a 2 to that combo. So it's going to be a 1-2 slip rear 2. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, just stay with the 1-2 slip rear. 1-2 slip rear 2. So off that slip, we're hitting another 2. 1-2 slip 2. And if you don't think you're there yet, that's okay. 1-2 slip. Better to take your time. And time. All right, so we're done with round 1. We're gonna move on to round 2 in 1 minute. All right, so now we're getting ready for round 2. I can't stress it enough. If you're a beginner, if you're new to boxing, if you're new to the reflex bag, this is incredibly hard, challenging stuff. So try not to be too hard on yourself and just take it one day at a time, nice and light. And I think that's the reason that there aren't any Reflex Bag fitness programs out. So you guys doing this right now are actually the pioneers. And it's all about patience and just taking your time. So we got a little practice with the slips in round 1. Now we're going to bring the rolls into the equation. We're going to open up with just the 1 for 30 seconds. Then we're going to add a roll rear. So it's going to be a 1, roll rear. Then we're going to add a 2 to it. And for 1 minute, we're going to work that combination. 1, roll rear, 2. Then we're going to do some other stuff. I'll keep you posted. So we're just working that 1 for 30 seconds. Just practicing that 1. 10 seconds. All right, now let's add that roll rear. So it's just gonna be a 1 roll towards your back foot. A good way to think of this is your head should kind of start on the left side of your bag, and it's gonna roll underneath into the right side after that 1. 1, roll rear. If you're a beginner, you just start light with the motions. All right, now for 1 minute, we're gonna work a 1, roll rear, 2. So we're gonna throw a 2 off of that roll. And I'm gonna play with my new friend here. So it's gonna be a 1, roll rear, 2. 1, roll rear, 2. If your bag is like this, 1, roll rear, 2. And you can start to use the momentum of that roll to kind of load up that 2. So you're doing, when you're doing that lead 1, transferring the weight to my backside, bam, and then releasing that 2. 1, roll rear, 2. One more time on the bar. Whop, whop. And good, now we're gonna go into an active recovery, just in our stance. Roll rear, roll lead. 30 seconds. If you're interested in the real boxing technique, you wanna keep your chin tucked and you keep your hands up while you roll. So you don't wanna be doing this. I do it on the Reflex Bag when I'm getting in that rhythm. But if you're interested in the real stuff, last 30 seconds, we're gonna go back to that 1, roll rear, 2. 1, roll rear, 2. Ish. 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 1, roll rear, 2. Last 5 seconds, one more. Ish. Ish. And time. So by now you might be having that moment like, holy crap, this is a lot of fun. I think the first time I ever tried a Reflex Bag, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And we're doing it. So we're halfway through the workout. Grab a sip of water and we'll go into the second half in 1 minute. All right, so now we're going into the second half of this counter-punching workout. By now you might be having that aha moment like I just talked about, realizing just how much fun this is, moving around with the bag, striking, defending, counter-striking. And if you haven't hit that moment yet, I promise you it will come. If you're just patient, take your time with these new movements, it will come. So going into round 3, we're gonna open up again with that 1, then back to the 1, 2. Then we're gonna add a 1, 2 slip lead towards that front leg. And there's 2 different ways that you can do that. You can kind of slip with the momentum of that 2. This is called a looping cross, where you're kind of transferring your weight and punching, or you can throw a traditional boxing straight and then go to the slip off of that. So first, again, just that one. Hish, 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 hish. 10 seconds here. You can double up on it. Okay, now we're gonna add that 2. So it's that 1, 2. And see what feels better to you. Does it feel better to use that momentum? Or do you like that balance? If you're thinking about real boxing, this is the safer approach, right? You're putting yourself in danger with that. But if you're here for fitness and for wellness, like most of us are, it's fun when you kind of get into that looping stuff. So now we're gonna jump. Oh, whoops, psych, we're still. Oh no, I was right. So we're gonna go back to that 1, 2, slip lead. 1, 2, slip lead. Ish, ish. And see how it feels better. Does it feel better to do it all in one motion or to take your time? Ish, ish. 1, 2, slip lead. 20 seconds here. Ish, ish. One, 2, slip. If I'm shadow boxing, 1, 2, slip. Ish, ish. Okay, now we're gonna go into a little active recovery in our stance. Just a slip rear, slip lead. Rear, lead. Rear, lead. This is a good opportunity to start to feel more comfortable. This might feel a little weird at first. And also to practice your balance here. When you're slipping, you don't want to be off balance. You want to try not to be stumbling. Slip, slip. Okay, last 30 seconds. Let's go back to that 1, 2, slip lead. Now, if you want to challenge, throw a 3 off of the slip. 1, 2, slip, 3. 1, 2. That's tough on that one. 1, 2, slip, 3. Ish, ish, ish. And time. That was tricky, but fun. We have 1 minute rest, and then we're gonna go into round 4. All right, well, sadly, we're coming up on the 4th and final round of this counter-punching workout. And you feel like you just don't want it to end. It's like, just don't want this fun to end, this counter-punching, this movement. I know how you feel, and if you do feel like that, keep it locked because I might have some surprises in store down the road. But let's finish strong with the last 3 minutes of this workout. We're gonna open up with a 1, 2 for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna add a pull. So it's gonna be a 1, 2 pull. And remember that pull is like a slip, just straight back. Then we're gonna transition into a 1, 2 pull 6. It's probably gonna be the hardest combination of the day. So just pace yourself, and if you feel like you're not quite there yet with your rhythm and your timing and your accuracy, then just hold off on the 6 and maybe add that in a couple weeks as you keep going. So let's go ahead and let's open up with that 1, 2. Ish, 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 ish. Man, this fast one is pretty crazy. If you're someone who likes lightning fast hands, ish, ish. That little one is pretty fun. Ish, ish. Okay, so now we're gonna add the pull. It's gonna be a 1, 2 pull. Ish, ish, pull. Ish, ish. Use my bar a little bit here. Gotta open up the new toy. Pull. 1, 2, pull. 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 Man, it's kind of fun having two. Feel like full court basketball. All right, now we're gonna go to a 1, 2, pull, 6. So take your time with this one, because those uppercuts are a little awkward. I think it was the GOAT who mentioned that. It's awkward because it's not a solid connection. It's really, you're just kind of practicing your form. So it's a 1, 2, pull, 6. All right, 20 seconds here. 1, 2, pull, 6. All right, last minute of the day, we're going into that freestyle flow. Anything you want for 1 minute, but this is a good opportunity to practice those slips, those rolls. Let's put it all together here. Practice those rolls. This. 25 seconds. And time. Nicely done. You just got through this 4-round counter-punching reflex bag boxing workout. Hopefully you unlock something here today and you experience just how much fun, pure joy, getting into the rhythm, being one with your body, with all these amazing, beautiful movements of boxing. And if you didn't get into that zone, just pace yourself. It takes time. It will come. I promise you that. And please, sorry, I'm aggressively sweating. If you enjoyed the workout, if you like free weekly reflex bag boxing workouts, please like this video, like the other workouts, subscribe to the channel so you can make sure that you're not missing any. Let's continue to build out this amazing program together. Thank you so much. Reach out to me. Let me know how you did today, what you want to work on, and let's continue to get after it.